to take another look at our MindTap. Right now, I am in your Instructor Resource Center. This is where you have your Tro book. If you click on this arrow and click on this very next one, you'll have our newest MindTap. And down here, I have created a practice course for you. You can go in here and play with this all you would like. So, MindTap has everything set up for you. Your course is ready to go. That being said, you can adjust things very easily, add your own, whatever, a lot of things. We have great quick prep and math review for your students. So if they need to bone up in certain areas, that is available. In these chapters, it will sometimes quiz them on what they need to know and maybe refer them back to these things. So, as I said, every chapter is set up here, and it's essentially set up the same way. There'll always be an introduction where the students will have a short reading, and it'll tell them these are some of the things that you should already know to do this chapter. So that's what the quick prep is. They can take these questions. If they know them, they're in good shape. If they don't, it'll review, have them go back and do some review on that math or chemistry things that they should know. So you can sure look at those questions should you want to. Then we come down to our book, and it breaks things into little parts. So it's small chunks, because students need small chunks. Each one, though, is set up very similar. So in all of these, a student is going to have a little bit of reading, and they tend not to do a lot of readings. So they'll have some reading, all right? And in this reading, you can highlight things. You, the instructor, can even highlight it, and it can go to things, all right? In this particular one, there's an example problem, and then there's the video solution. So they can read about it, but then they can also see how it's done. And then right below it, they're going to do the problem. All right? And they can click and get help. They can have things done a number of times. All right? And the help is very good. So that's how it does. It just breaks it down for each different area. Looking at another one just for an example. And this one has one additional thing, I believe, to it. But it has, a lot of them will have interactive figures. So they open this figure, and now it's going to give them a problem, saying, all right, let's set protons to 1, and say, what do you get? All right. And they give an answer and submit it. And then they give a reason. They can resubmit it and keep doing that. And then they read a little more, and then here comes that example problem. Here comes the video solution, and they would do it themselves. So that's how they would continue through things. Then after they've done that for a little bit, then we come to the mastery problems, which OWL is famous for. You don't have a lot of those, I don't think, in your intro book, but there's a group of questions, and they have to show that they're mastering it. So this is kind of the answer to that adaptive things. They don't want people to move on until they know it. And notice I got it incorrect. They give me a lot of very specific information, and I can regenerate my group and start over or whatever. So they give students lots of practice. So that is the mastery part. Same process. Read a little, do some problems, mastery. Do some sections, mastery. So they get a tremendous amount of practice. Okay, then there's some review problems. Just taking everything in the chapter into account. So nowhere are you going to get better practice for your students with really good feedback. All right, and a lot of good questions. And then the challenge problems are just harder problems. The study guide is kind of a summary of the chapter, since students aren't really using a printed book. And there are some other really good things over here that students can use to help study. But here they can print this up very easily. It has all the key terms for that particular chapter. And then it will also have the key concepts all in one place for the student. So that is indeed an extremely quick look. But you notice after the study guide, they can even create a practice quiz based on different things. So there's a lot of great stuff here. I'd be happy to look at it in more detail. We can get it to your students extremely inexpensively. We'd love to have you on board with this, Greg. Let me know what you think and if you're willing to make that move. Thank you much, sir. You have yourself a great day.